Sanibona, ngaphambi singene kwivideo namuhla, ngithi angithathe lethuba ngibonge i-support nothando enikhombise lona lingaphezu kokucabanga kwethu. Siyacela niqhubeke nisupporte njalo ngokubuka amavideo ethu, ungakhohlwa ukukhomenta, ushare, ulike. Siyafisa ukuzwa umbono wakho. Sicela ke singene kwivideo namuhla. SIU and Specialized Police Units executed search warrants in KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng in 161 million rand UIF tax fraud syndicate investigation. The Special Investigating Unit SIU is today conducting a coordinated search and seizure operation across KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng as part of its ongoing investigation into a sophisticated syndicate that allegedly siphoned approximately 161 million rand from the Unemployment Insurance Fund COVID-19 Temporary Employee Relief Scheme. Kule video manje ngifisa sibheke lolu daba lo-SIU ibambisene namaphoyisa ukuthi bagasele uma-ofisi we-UIF ngoba bephenya lolu daba le-fraud. Kuthiwa lenzeka ngo-2020 ngesikhathi kukhona i-COVID-19. Kodwa ngaphambi singene kulolu daba ngithe ngoba sikulezi insuku ze-16 days of activism, asike sikhulume ngalento e-gender based violence. Amavikini adlule sike sabona abesifazane ama-social media platforms ahlukene beshintsha ama-profile pictures wabo befaka umbala ophephula. Khona kusaliwa lona lolu daba lokuhlunyezwa kwabantu besifazane ney'ngane. Kodwa-ke abantu ekuthiwa babulala abesifazane ngamadoda, okusho ukuthi uma kungalungiseka amadoda le nkinga ingaphela. Into ebuhlungu ngalolu daba lwe-gender based violence ukuthi liseyanganxanye njengomese. Kahle kahle i-gender based violence ibhekiswe kwabesifazane. Uma kuwesifazane ohlukumeza indoda akekho ingenayo, akusiyo gender based violence. Iyona inkinga nje sibhekene nayo le eSouth Africa. Zokwenzela example mayelana nalento engishoyo ngicela uzwe la.
I think certain things like GBV have become weaponized. A young man, especially a young black man, being alleged to have done something immediately stops everything that has to happen, right?
Livelihood gone.
Gone.
Cancelled. Gone.
If I said to you, or if this happened to you, I'm going to give a real example that's playing out. The Senzo Meyiwa case.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes.
Senzo was killed. You don't know how. But there is talk. And the state is thinking of charging Kelly Khumalo.
Yeah.
The state has said this for the murder of Senzo Meyiwa.
Sure.
Kelly still gets gigs. Kelly still got a billboard. Kelly's still getting endorsements.
TV shows. It's
happening because there's we presume you innocent until proven guilty. Turn that around. Senzo is the one who is alleged that maybe he had some involvement. I can tell you now, Senzo will be cancelled. Senzo would not be getting TV shows and that sort of thing. So we weaponize this thing so much that it's become a tool that we use in everyday life. Even you can't see your daughter now. So our system of justice is at a point where I'll talk about parenting. Mothers and fathers have equal rights to parent a child and equal responsibilities.
Okay.
Except fathers have to go prove those rights in a court of law.
Uma uhulumeni osiphethe la eSouth Africa esefuna ukuyixazulula le nkinga uyothatha isinqumo ukuze kungabi bikho lokubulawa kwabesifazane nezingane ngendlela okwenzeka ngayo. Uyoqala ayi-address le nkinga injengoba injalo, ngoba ukukhuluma ngemphumela kodwa umnyombo ungazange uzulaphe akusizi. So kuyohlezi njalo kune campaign abesifazane bekhala ukuthi siyabulawa, amadoda efela ngaphakathi ngoba kuyefana kukho labo lwazi ukuthi mabekhala khona bona bazwelwe. Uma kuthiwa indoda manje ishawe ngowesifazane mhlambe yafa, kukhona umbuzo ozovela kuthiwa beyenzeni naleyo ndoda. Kodwa mako wesifazane akuzukubuza imibuzo eminingi kuzobe kuthiwa justice for whoever. Isisombululo kulolu daba siyovela ngosuku laba basiphethe la eSouth Africa baguqula indlela amadoda nabesifazane batreatwa ngazo, treatwa ngendlela elinganayo nefanayo kuyolunga. Ngikhule mina kukhona iprogram ekuthiwa Take a Girl Child to Work. ngoba umntwana omfana eyekelelo. Kanti mangalungiseka abantwana abafana, lenkinga ekhona usoba namadoda angabashaya abantu besifazane ngoba lawo bafana bazobe belungisekile kusuka ebufaneni. Kodwa kubuhlungu uhulumeni wakho, uhulumeni wethu, uhulumeni lo ovotelwe nguwe akana inhlelo, akana program neyodwa yokulekelela umntwana womfana. Ngaphambi kokuba ngikucaphunele iproof ezokuvezela ukuthi uhulumeni lo akana ma-programs okulekelela umntwana womfana, ngicela uzwe la.
We felt we must put this light so that we can identify what is our problem. Because we need to analyze what is the problem. The problem we have, you forgive me on this, but this is not me talking, these are the stats. We have a problem with the black man in South Africa. We have a serious problem. What we see here, we put the colors, the races of perpetrators that we've arrested. All the green, as you can see, almost everything is green here, which means almost everything is black that is committing crime. Out of total of 60,000 cases, criminals that were arrested between the age of 16 and 25 years old, 16 and 25 years old, we arrested 60,000 criminals in this past financial year, in this period of 5 years, I beg your pardon, not in financial year, this 5-year period that we are counting. Out of this number, 57,691 of them were black men. Out of 60,000, 57,000 of them are black men that we've arrested between the age of 16 and 25.
Ana sikhuluma nge-KZN yodwa. KZN nje yodwa. Ukuthi in the past 5 years kuboshwe abantwana abaneminyaka esuka ku16 ukuya ku25 abawu57,000. KZN kuphela. Awucabange ke masohlanganisa ama-province wonke. Ngiyena uchwepheshe noma usolwazi wento ethize, kodwa lokhu kukhombisa ngokusobala ukuthi kukhona into efuneka yenzeke ukuze kunqande ukuthi labafana abangana 16 bangangeni ebugebengweni. Ngoba umuntu ona 16 fana bosesikoleni. Yiziphi inhlelo kuhulumeni azenzayo zokulekelela labantwana ababafana ukuze bangathi mabefika ku16 years babona ubugebengu kuyi-option? Ake wabuza uminister eParliament ukuthi iziphi inhlelo ezikhona ezizolekelela umntwana omfana ukuze lento akhala ngayo General Mkhwanazi singayiboni yenzeka. Waphendula kanje uminister.
Thank you, House Chairperson. Honorable Minister, can you please provide a detailed breakdown in terms of specific programs, initiatives, and budget allocation within the department's youth development strategy that clearly targets and benefits boy children and young men, including those from low-income backgrounds, rural areas, and those with disabilities. Additionally to that, Honorable Minister, what specific metrics and indicators will be used to measure the success and impact of these initiatives? And how will they be monitored, evaluated to ensure equitable outcomes? Thank you.
The Honourable Minister. Thank you very much, Chairperson. Even if it is a new question, but
Ngaphambi kokuba siqhubeke nempendulo kaMinister, usevele wakubeka ngokucacile ukuthi it's a new question. Abayikhulumi noma behlangene bebodwa nje. Bexoxa nje abayikhulumi. That is why it is a new question. Lokho kusho ukuthi noma ngamcaphuna uminister awekho ama-programs azokutshela banawo ngoba it's a new question. Kodwa angemcaphuna uminister ukuze wena uze ukuthi utheni mayiphendula. Kodwa nje ngizama ukukuvezela ukuthi lenkinga okukhalwa ngayo angeke iresolveke ngokuthi kwenziwe icampaign 16 days of activism, kwenziwe zonke lezi zinto stop GBV, kusetshenziswa imali, kubhalwa amabhena. Mofuna ukulapha lenkinga afuna ulanda umnyombo wayo. Kube nama-programs abantwana babafana bakhuliseke kahle, baqeqeshwe ngoba yiwo lamadoda athi kuthiwa hlukumeza abesifazane. Manje funeka mofuna ukulapha lenkinga uyilande le eqaleni la kumnyombo wayo unyuke nayo ukuze singeze ukuyibona lento eyenzekayo. Ithi ngicaphunela impendulo kaMinister bese sibuyela kulolu daba le-SIU.
Very much, Chairperson. Even if it is a new question, but let me say this. We are definitely waiting for budget to be approved by Parliament. Once that happens, we'll then allocate it in our strat plan and annual performance plan. For now, we still do not have a new budget because we are at the end of the financial year. I can therefore not refer to the budget that we've already used. Coming to a number of projects, I've actually mentioned quite a number of them. As soon as we get the money and of course present to Parliament our strat plan with targets and everything, then we'll be able to then say this is the amount of money that is allocated for this project and this is the target that we're going to achieve or work towards achieving during the 5 years and during the first year. And that is definitely going to happen as we present to Parliament our strat plan, our annual performance plan, and our budget, which will be approved by this Parliament. For now, it has not been approved. Thank you very much.
I-budget inga-approve akuna inhlelo ukube bezikhona inhlelo bezothi sine program o1 no2 no3 eyenza fanele enza ukuthi nokuthi kodwa okwamanje silinda ibudget ukuze sizokwazi ukuyifaka kuleyo project leyo sithargethe abantwana abasuka kuleminyaka abaya kuleminyaka kodwa kuMinister ukhuluma iqiniso wathi it's a new question akuna inhlelo ezikhona for ukulekelela umntwana omfana so lesihlave esikhuluma ngazo sisazophila nazo funa sesamkele njengabantu base South Africa uma uzalwe wawesilisa la eSouth Africa ngizothini usenkingeni uyazibona njengechwanele nyoka uma uzalwe ungowesilisa amathuba amaningi anikwa abesifazana siyakwazi lokho into eyenzekayo siqhubekele phambili.
Has been investigations conducted by the SIU and of course other partners in this such as Hawks into the TARS funds that we know about that were supposed to assist companies during the COVID-19 pandemic. So according to the information at our disposal, this is an investigation that started in 2021 where they were investigating the whereabouts of these funds that are believed to be at 161 million rand. Now, according to the SIU, these funds, so these officials that will be taken in today from different parts of Gauteng and of course KwaZulu-Natal, as we have seen, some of those officials registered companies that do not exist and they registered themselves as employees of those particular companies. And when the funds were released, those funds were not, they did not land in the right hands or where they were supposed to be taken. Instead, many of these officials pocketed these funds. Hence, we saw the SIU descending here at the UIF offices in Pretoria and of course, taking some of the UIF employees for questioning. We do understand that some of them are not in office, they are working from home and they have been asked to urgently report to the office. In fact, some of them are already on holiday and they were told to report to the nearest office of the UIF.
Ithanda ke lento enziwa iSIU ngoba ilwa nobugebengu ngqo. Lento ye corruption isigqilaze kakhulu izwe lakithi. Kakhulu. Kunemali efanele ngabe zilekelela imphakathi eindaweni eziningi ezehlukene kodwa azikwenzanga lokho ngoba kunabantu abathize ababenefitile abadla imali ngokungekho semthethweni. Njengoba uzuthi kunabantu kwanele kwathiwa kunalamali ezophuma ye-UIF ukuze amakhampani akwazi ukulekelela abasebenzi babo njoba babantu babesamile ngesikhathi seCovid kuthiwa sihlale ezindlini. Kukhona abantu ke abaregister amakhampani ngaleso sikhathi bakhanda ama-employees angekho ukuze bekwazi ukuclaima le mali. Kodwa namhlanje sekufuneka umuntu nomuntu avuna kutshalini. Fanele so bekusese operation yokuqala i-search and seizure lapho kuzothathwa khona yonke into lefuneka ithathwe ukuze kuphenywe ukuthi kwenzakalani. Kodwa ngifisa sengathi kungaboshwa abantu akukhathalekile ukuthi obani bakwabani. ababoshwa abantu ngoba i-corruption into eyenza ukuthi i-corruption ibe ningi kanje ukuthi there is no consequence management. Fanele umuntu uma yonile ajeze ngaleso sikhathi asiqhubeke.
We heard from the acting commissioner of the UIF. She actually welcomed the operation that is currently being conducted by the SIU, essentially saying that it is quite important, that these kind of operations are done so that those that are believed to have, benefited from, the TERS funds that were released during the COVID-19 pandemic, and those, of course, are people that were not supposed to benefit, they are brought to book and they are held accountable. So she also committed that they will, assist in any way possible in the investigation, because officials that are not doing things the right way need to be held accountable for.
Bona abantu ababenefit kulento ye-UIF ngokungekho semthethweni lapho bakhona bakhathazekile. Ngiyacabanga ngingeni ngisho ukudla. Mucabanga ukuthi hayibo into yango 2020 2021 inayivuka manje. Hey, so wayidla nemali waze wakhohlwa. Yeah, ngiyayithanda impela into enziwa yi-SIU. Angikucaphunela ivideo yokugcina bese siyayivala le.
Just to indicate why we are here to get one of the councillors here. He's an MK party councillor who is involved in this syndicate that is siphoning money out of UIF. He has got a company called Boko Haram Construction, and this company is the one that is implicated in this, and he's the director of that company. And they've got a lot of money that was given to them through this bogus kind of employees that they've created, and then they're working with the people in the head office of UIF, where they are now being paid millions and millions. I think they might be in the region of about 15 million alone, but the total amount of the syndicate is 161 million, just over that.
Yeah, and we have been waiting here for just over an hour now. If you could also give us an update as to what surrounds these delays that have caught us here waiting up for this long.
Yes, what happened was we got hold of him because we didn't find him here, and he said he was coming in 30 minutes. And then what subsequently happened, he sent his lawyer to come here and talk to us. And then now the lawyer has left. He said he's going to take him from wherever he is. Then we will have to go and meet him at his business premises. And that's where we'll be going now, to make sure that we meet with him there.
And talk to us a bit more about the specific items that you are looking for.
We have pieced up together how the syndicate works and so on. Now we are going there to get the gadgets so that we are able to then link whatever information that we have with these gadgets and confirm it before we make a final conclusion on this matter and send the referrals to the prosecuting authority to make sure that they are prosecuted.
And of course, we're dealing with cases that go as far back as 2020. It's really been some time. Tell us, why are we doing these raids now after so many years?
We're doing it because we only started investigating this thing last year, and then we are just putting it together. Time is not an issue here. We are going to follow up because we already know what was bought by the money, because we followed the money up to where the monies were paid. Therefore, we will get the properties that were used, they used the money for, and the cars and all of that. We will get all of those, and then we will sell them back and give the money back to UIF, because this is not the money that was supposed to have gotten out of the coffers of UIF.
Ngathi SIU government wethu angeke ayisabotage njengoba benza emaphoyiseni nakwi-army nakwi-marine ngokuthi angayinike ama-funds awenele, ngoba iyona into elula nje ukusabotage wonke lama institution ukuthi ungawanikeza imali enough ukuze akwazi ukwenza umsebenzi wawo, abe khona nje kodwa angakwazi ukusebenza to their full capacity. Ya ngifisa sengathi nje uhulumeni wethu angangakwenza lokho, angayikhipha imali ukuze baqhubeke baphenye nalento ama ghost employees ekhona kuhulumeni izophela, ngoba njengoba betracer la bazokwazi ukutrace ukuthi labantu laba bafakwe ngobani, bebemsene nobani, njengoba uzwa manje ukuthi bayilandelile imali, bayazi kuthengweni ngayo, kwenziwani ngayo, ngoba nama employees lawa anga exist, nama employees akhandwa ukuze abe ngama-beneficiaries alama khampani funeka bawuphendule, kufanele bawuphendule. So ingakho nje ngithi ngifisa sengathi uhulumeni wethu angangayisabotaja i-SIU ngokuthi angayinikezi ibudget enough. Sikhala kangaka ngenkinga illegal immigrants, illicit goods angenayo la ngokungekho semthethweni, ama-drugs angenayo la ngokungekho semthethweni, ukuthi i-border management is underfunded. Amaphoyisa, they are underfunded. SAP, i-army is underfunded. Ekugcineni kosuku sothi hayi South Africa sinayo i-army ngoba sisho nje lento lezi okwabantu okuyibona bona funeka bathathe iy'nqumo, ukufuneka bazicabangele bona ngoba bayazazi nabo ukuthi nabo banayo imikhuba yabo. So ingakho ngifisa sengathi uhulumeni wethu angayisabotaja i-SIU. Ngibona igiya abahamba ngalo, no, bahamba ngegiya eliphezulu, ileli elifunwa yithi njengabantu base-South Africa. Kodwa-ke manje bakhona into abangakwazi ukuyenza nje ukuthi bayinqunde amandla. Uyabona nje njengoba ngisho mina ukuthi ibudget ye-SAPS iyashota. Uyabona kube kuya ngami befuna kukhathwe lama-350 or 370 ngoba vele ayengekho aqala nge-COVID. Sesadlula-ke leso simo esasenza ukuthi abantu bengasebenzi. Ngiyavuma abaningi abantu abangasebenzi, kodwa leyo mali uhulumeni wethu uma engayithatha a-investe ey'ntweni ezizofaka imali nezobenefitha umphakathi, kungalekelela kakhulu. Athathe leyo mali leyo a-investe lapha kwi-armor, investe emaphoyiseni, ingawenza umehluko ukuze sibone i-crime yehla. Ngiyazi ukuthi-ke bakhona abantu abathi hayi lo 370 or 350 uyasisiza, ngiyavuma, kodwa ubungekho ngaphambilini. Waba khona ngoba kuthiwa isimo lesi esasikhona futhi wawutemporary. Iningi kakhulu imali ekhishwayo, ikhishwe lokulekelela abantu ngalobo 350. Funeka uhulumeni wethu a-investe ey'ndaweni la ezizoyenza kukhanda amathuba emisebenzi kubantu. Abantu bangalokhu belindele ukukhangezwa o-370. Angiyibambe-ke le video. Mina nawe bese sidibana kwi-video elandelayo. Ngiyabonga kakhulu. Ungakhohlwa ukukhomenta, ushare, like, usubscribe.